the caliber of competitor means that some fantastic potential Olympians will miss out at this stage. There are other routes still available as we get close to Paris. But let's have a look at the contenders. Li Chi-kai from Chinese Taipei, silver medalist at the Olympic Games in Tokyo, the first artistic gymnast from Chinese Taipei to win an Olympic medal. And he's the reigning three-time World University Games champion. Max Whitlock of Great Britain, the reigning two-time Olympic champion, the most successful pommel horse gymnast ever. And 3 times a world pommel horse champion. Here's a new name though, Koi Young of this great young American team. He's only 20. He's the reigning Pan-American champion on pommel horse. He was the second best in qualification. Niels Dunkel from Germany, the 8th best in qualification. A medalist on pommel horse at the European Championships in his home country last year. Chiba Kenta from Japan, part of the team that won gold at 27. He's a debutant at the World Championships. He has such elegant and graceful gymnastics. The first ever gymnast from an Arab country, Jordan's Ahmad Abu Al-Soud, to win a medal at the World Championships. The silver medalist last year. His trajectory has been incredible of late. Harochun Merdinian of Armenia, the bronze medalist last year, after taking a bronze medal in 2015 in Glasgow. He is 39, it's incredible. Rhys McClenaghan of Ireland, the reigning world champion, the first Irish gymnast ever to do it. The 24-year-old at his 6th World Championships, the 3rd best in qualification. Look at those names. Look at the caliber in this men's pommel horse final. Even by World Championship standard, it is high. It is the cream of the crop. It's going to be so engrossing. Just to go back to Olympic qualification, some gymnasts like him don't have to concern themselves with it because the British team have secured a berth there. Max Whitlock, twice an Olympic champion, the reigning 2-time Olympic champion, and 3 times a world champion to boot. Li Chi-kai, the silver medalist at the Olympic Games behind Whitlock, and the runner-up at the World Championships in Stuttgart in 2019. Max Whitlock took best part of 18 months off training after the Olympic Games. He didn't compete at the Commonwealth Games last year nor the World Championships. He was injured for the European Championships earlier this year when he had announced his comeback at international level. He said that he felt no sense of purpose without gymnastics and spoke very frankly about wanting to retire because of the fear of failure of moving forwards, and not moving forwards, I should say. And he said he realised that he wasn't retiring. In his own words, he was quitting. He was walking away from something out of a fear of failure, not because he felt he'd done all that he had to do. And he said, in what I think is one of the most honest and vulnerable things for somebody to say, he didn't want to pass that message on to his 4-year-old daughter, Willow. He didn't want her to see her old dad as somebody who was afraid and backed away from failure. I think anybody would have understood Max Whitlock choosing to retire after the Olympic Games, but it's not the journey he wishes to be on. I think we're all thrilled that he's still here again because it's a richer sport to have him part of it. He says he's come back more positively, and he's got his daughter here as well. She's actually been able to come and watch. And what a spectacle she will witness and will look back on in years to come. Li Chi-kai, 5th best in qualification, capable of absolutely making a run for the title. I mean, there's so many of them that could win this. And it could well be that we get a young man out of nowhere like Koi Young doing it.
An athlete representing Chinese Taipei, Li Chikai.
Li Chikai from Chinese Taipei, the 27-year-old Olympic silver medalist from Tokyo. His 5th World Championships. He's been twice a medalist, but we haven't seen him at the World Championships for a little while. It's a showcase of flares, his work. Scissor work now into those big flares. This is where the difficulty comes. Buznari, oh, a little clip, I think, there, perhaps. Hard to see, but now he goes on with the flares with purpose and power. His hip height is incredible. Always has been. Goes back into them again. Oh, and that time it catches up with him. And just remember, Li Chikai is a gymnast for whom it is important to win his own 4 gymnast tournament here. Him, Ahmad Abu Al-Soud, Haruchun Medinian and Rhys McClenaghan, the 4 gymnasts for whom Olympic qualification is up for grabs. There's so much at stake a year before the Games, or the year before the Games. Li Chikai of Chinese Taipei, so unfortunately coming off the apparatus in the first display in this pommel horse final, and we have already the first moment of intrigue, a moment of drama. Oh, you have to feel for him, you really do. The young man who started performing gymnastics moves as a child to attract customers to his parents' market stall, earning him the lifelong nickname of Market Kai. He's gone on to be a university graduate from the Sport University of Chinese Taipei. So important when the gymnast goes into that handstand position that they keep on the handle, because if they place the handle off the pommel horse, they lose a third of a mark, can be even more, depending on what they do next. So we look back at his flare work. Very high with the hips.
You can see then either side of the handles, and there, that's where the right hand slipped.
But he loses his right hand, unfortunately.
Qualified with 14.8, but remember, a whole mark is lost when they fall. Here's the flares with the spindles, and then another look
it's
at the flare.
agonising. You can see members of the crowd just gasping as he lost his contact.
It's towards the end of the routine, he dismounts.
Wasn't the most controlled dismount he's ever produced either. And the look tells you more than we would wish to see and more than we'd wish to know. You have to have compassion for every athlete that's going for an Olympic spot here.
Twee keer pakte hij al een medaille in de toestelfinale aan een paard met bogen op het wereldkampioenschap.
14.8 in qualification.
Deze man uit Chinese Taipei. Hij is 27 jaar oud te zien. Fantastische atleet. Zonder twijfel een van de moeilijkste toestellen.
Well, lots of World Cup competitions coming up next year, and we're likely to see him in them. That's another viable route to the Olympiad. Of course, we never know, because there's still a long way to go. For the gymnasts who are in pursuit of Olympic qualification, it doesn't matter where they finish in terms of the podium, as long as they beat the other contenders.
De eerste score in deze finale aan het paard met bogen.
Lovely aerial view there. You see how narrow the pommel horse is. Those handles, a gymnast can adjust according to the preference and shoulder width of the gymnast. You tend to find on pommel horse gymnasts are quite slight, really broad shoulders, make it very difficult to get the hands onto one handle where they can get some additional bonus points.
13 and a half. Nod of acceptance from a gentleman who might be quite busy in the spring, Li Chikai of Chinese Taipei. Oh, tough day for him. He's back, Max Whitlock, the top performer in qualification, the reigning two-time Olympic champion. Extraordinary difficulty, so many skills performed. He scored 6.8 for difficulty in qualification. Scissors up into handstand. And we see this extraordinary Wendeschwings on one single pommel. It's remarkable. He's got to keep the body high. Now he does the Wendeschwings in the centre of the apparatus. And this will be the Busnari into the flares. Getting a little bit of everything. Travelling flare work now into the Wu travels. And he's off the apparatus. The intrigue and the drama continues in this men's pommel horse final. The top qualifier unintentionally dismounting the pommel horse. Now he goes into more of the travelling Wendeschwings before working on one end of the apparatus. And he really packs in the salt and pepper to those pirouettes, spends a lot of time in the air. It's full of the characteristic complexity of Max Whitlock, and he's the kind of gymnast who is so analytical. He'll go back and review what didn't quite work there.
Max, 30 years of age, competing for the first time internationally since defending his Olympic title in Tokyo 2 years ago.
And for everybody in the rest of the field, they cannot fail to be aware of the fact that the great Max Whitlock, the top qualifier, has just come off the apparatus, and the fact that it opens up the final. And that can be a wonderful thing for an athlete, but it can also be a nerve-jangling moment.
Yeah, that's just where shoulders went off at the end of the
Knew it
horse.
probably before the rest of us did. When you're an athlete like him, you'd know to the most microscopic detail when something's not right.
Travelling along the horse. Look at the pressure on the wrists. Up onto one handle. Such a small base of support makes it very difficult indeed. And that worked.
But we
So
remind
difficult.
ourselves as we look at this
Come back into
incredible
the flares, the
complexity from
travel.
Max Whitlock that the 30-year-old is in still the embryonic stages of his comeback.
All about the rhythm. And this, the
And
lift
that-
up into the pirouette.
With all due respect to the prestige of a
No
World
problem with the
Championships, it
dismount.
is building towards the Olympic Games where he will try to accelerate.
Left the door open.
It would have been
4 times European
probably a wonderful
champion.
bonus to get a medal or a title here.
Coached by
But
Scott
it's
Ham, there sitting next to him.
The
From
first
Gymnastics.
really huge competition back for him after he won the pommel horse title at the Paris World Challenge Cup in the warm-up weeks before this event.
And,
Those
such
two
camaraderie on the
old
competition
hands
level
who've
between these international gymnasts. They
contested
know each other from the circuit.
on so many occasions
Of course, they're hugely
pommel horse
competitive,
competition,
but
including at the
forged
Olympics.
alongside that as well.
Great respect they have for each other.
The main competition is with themselves in this arena to do the best that they can.
2 keer werd hij Olympisch kampioen, 3 keer al wereldkampioen aan het paard met bogen. There's his score.
14.3 for Max Whitlock. It's a mighty score, isn't it, when you consider that he came off the apparatus, a 6.9 for difficulty, even higher than in qualification. So he is in the lead. Does it give this youngster a chance? He was electric in the qualification campaign. Koi Young, 15.066. In the men's team final, he scored 13.6. A lot of the elements are very similar to what we've seen from Max Whitlock as he uses the Buznari, goes into big, powerful flares. He's got good height, good clearance. Now, the travelling vendor swings, the woos. Magyar, Shivado combination, it's well performed, he's looking really good. Can just keep the height of the body. He's looking very good. He's looking outstanding. And he's looking like the real deal and a contender. His name is Koi Young, and you would be wise to remember it. He came into this as internationally probably the second or third least well-known in the entire field for the pommel horse final. I think you'll find his stock has just risen. He is a very studious young gentleman. He's at Stanford University, competes for the Cardinals in the national collegiate competitions. He plays the piano very well. He says that the sport of gymnastics has taught him about delayed gratification. In his words, it can take you a year to learn something, or it can take your teammate 5 minutes to learn something. His view is enjoy the struggle and enjoy the process. Probably enjoy it a lot more after that. He's going to go into the lead easily, that's for sure. Just by how much? 14.966. It's only 1/10 down from qualification. His difficulty, the only change, 1/10 lower than the preliminary round, but it's a great lead established by Koi Young. Nothing to be coy about there.
Und jetzt Deutschland. To Germany, Nils Dunkel.
How impressive, that young man stepping up when opportunity was knocking. Nils Dunkel of Germany, the 8th best in qualifying with a score of 14.6. Bronze medalist at his home European Championships in Munich last year. Very proud moment for this experienced athlete who's competed at the Olympics. He's keeping his heels together well. Oh, a little wild, and the form recaptured quite expertly. Now into the flares. He comes out of with tidiness. Loss of the form as he exited the travelling vendor swings. A few breaks of form here and there, but he's displaying a commendable tenacity to continue with this routine. And looked as though the arms were going to go in the pirouette. Oh, it was a little up and down, but in terms of battle, in terms of fight, that's a job well done from Nils Dunkel. Hard graft from the man from Erfurt in the centre of Germany, but who now calls Berlin home. It's lovely to see him in this final. He missed his home World Championships in Stuttgart in 2019 due to a foot injury. At the European Championships a couple of years ago, he tore his ankle ligament just before the competition. So it's only the 3rd time that we've seen him at World Championship level. And there was a 5-year gap between last year and his debut.
Let's see what we got.
Comes from a very good gymnastics family. His father, Stefan, is a coach at the same club where he began training, MTV Erfurt.
We can see Niels Dunkel just on the replay there, waiting for his score patiently.
Koi Young leads, Max Whitlock in second place. Niels Dunkel, 13.766. Same difficulty as qualification, but his execution is lower by almost a full mark from the preliminary round for all of the reasons that we discussed during the routine itself. That takes us to the halfway stage of the final. We still have to come. This gentleman, the reigning champion of the world. And a master on this apparatus. 39-year-old Haruchun Merdinyan. You get the feeling, don't you, he's still going to be doing this when he's 89. He's just one of those people who looks as though he's never going to stop doing gymnastics. Absolutely incredible conditioning that Haruchun Merdinyan has, even in a field of elite level gymnasts who set an absurd standard for their levels of conditioning. He is remarkable, as is this young man, who has perhaps learned, after lots of early initial success, learned the complex turbulences of sport, as has he, Ahmad Abu Al-Soud. They've both been through the tough times and the good times. When you think about Ahmad Abu Al-Soud, at his first World Championships in 2017, he was 36th. At his second in 2018, he was 126th. In Stuttgart, he was 177th in 2019, and then he won the silver medal at the last World Championships. He jumped 175 places from one World Championships to another. It might be close to a record for the biggest jump in one single apparatus from one World Championships to the next. And this young man we see for the first time at a World Championships. Chiba Kenta, already a world champion. 6th best in qualification with a score of 14.7. He's from the vibrant city of Osaka in the Shiga prefecture of Japan, in Honshu. Nari from him. I think moments here and there where the form lacks tidiness, but his clearance is good. Good straight body position too. Travels very rapidly in the Wenderschwings, and again, look at the way he flies across the apparatus. Good, determined, crisp display that from Chiba Kenta. It got very smooth as it went on, and he has a real smoothness to his gymnastics. He's another of the Juntendo University graduates. Won team gold at the World University Games in Chinese Taipei in 2017. Amazing that we hadn't seen him internationally since a World Challenge Cup event in Hungary 5 years ago before Antwerp 2023. And he was 11th in the all-around competition at the National Championships this year. Amazing to think that he's actually placed higher at the World Championships in the all-around than his own National Championships.
Nice line in the swings. Here's a travel in the handstand, cutting through, back into the double leg circles. with the travel. Total concentration. Going up into the handstand, using all of the horse. This hand placement is so important.
Chiba Kenta, 6.1 difficulty in qualification. Didn't look as tidy from an execution standpoint. It's 14.2. He's in third place. That is a drop of half a mark in the execution from qualifying. Koi Young leads with 3 to go.
Next on pommel horse for Jordan, Ahmad Abu Al-Soud.
28-year-old Ahmad Abu Al-Soud from Jordan. 6.4 difficulty in qualification. He got a 6.6 at a World Cup event recently. One thing to watch with him is how he cuts out the middle of the apparatus a lot. Like that. Incredible. That's a way of adding difficulty. Shivado with a very straight body. So uses the sewn, but it was wild. He's done well to keep it going. And pirouettes round well into the dismount. Now, the one issue there, the real issue, was his performance of Mark Sohn's eponymous skill. Lots of it that looked absolutely beautiful, but he had a clear break of form. It will also be interesting to scrutinise the difficulty score compared to qualifying.
He's 28 years of age.
The first ever medalist for Jordan and for any Arab gymnast. And he came second at the World Championships last year. He's twice the Asian champion too, won the silver medal this year. And several times the Arab champion.
There he is. Working on the end of the horse.
His development, not simply from a technical standpoint, but from a competition standpoint, being able to handle big occasions, has been actually refined through World Cup events. He's always out there travelling to World Cup competitions. And he's learned to perform in finals when he had so many issues earlier on in his career.
And concentration right the way to the end. That was the dismount. Feet locked together.
A lot of it was very, very good.
Cover the cheeks. Let's see what the judges think of it.
Young Whitlock Chiba. He's into a medal position at the moment. 14.633, and quite crucially for Ahmad Abu Al-Soud at the moment, he is the leading competitor in the race for Olympic qualification, but there are still 2 to come. So Young is guaranteed a medal because there are 2 to go. Here is the absolute veteran, Haruchun Madinian, 39, 7th best in qualification. Oh, that's his zone, that was well performed. This is very clean so far. His difficulty is not as high as many others, but lovely work, the Wenderschwings in the centre. Shivado to Magyar. It's good, it's really good so far. Oh, this is absolutely superb. It's absolutely marvellous again. He's entirely unaware that he's 39 years old. It's sensational. This man is an example to all. Haruchun Madinian, the bronze medalist last year, the bronze medalist in 2015.
And also back in 2015. European champion in 2022. She also went in 2016.
Well,
so a real specialist
the
on
way
this
that he
apparatus.
moves across the apparatus is
Still
so
showing
crisp and clean.
how he is at the top of his game.
He may not be a time traveller, but he's the timeless traveller when it comes to pommel horse gymnastics.
14.6, which at the moment will put him up into a podium position, into third. Here, locking the feet together in the double leg circles.
Hasn't he got good technique? The difficulty will be interesting to look at, whether he's managed to add to the qualification score. Execution-wise, it's got to be up there with the finest that we've seen so far, surely.
And the score, I believe, is on its way.
Oh, not quite, 14.6. He's a few hundreds behind Ahmad Abu Al-Soud. And that means that there's one left to go in the Olympic qualification race. That's Reece McClenaghan. Ahmad Abu Al-Soud is leading the way. Koi Young has won at least a silver medal. Suddenly, the United States of America in the last couple of years is one of the world-leading pommel horse nations. It's brilliant. We go to Reece McClenaghan, the reigning world champion and last to go. His scoring qualifying 14.933. It needs to be better if he is to win. Not better by much, but just better. His clearance so far is lovely. Beautiful, straight body, light, in control. Big Wenderschwings in the centre. He packs 4 of them in. Oh dear, this is looking divine. Magyar-Shivado combination, effortless quality, style, panache. It's devastatingly good from Reece McClenaghan of Ireland, the reigning world champion, with finesse, with flair, and with a feeling that he could be on the way to the Olympic Games, where he will be so desperate to get back and to show the world just how good he can be. I think it is clear that he has learned an enormous amount from the disappointment that he's had, because he has rebounded to the greatest level in his career from probably the lowest point, and that takes character. He's a very intelligent young man. He's extremely interested in science, in philosophy. He's so engrossed in how to become the greatest in this sport. And he engrosses us with performances like this.
So difficult.
Is it enough to go beyond Koi Young?
He's reigning world champion on this apparatus, also Commonwealth champion and 2 times European champion in Glasgow 2018 and in Antalya this year. Really accomplished and a specialist on the pommel horse, and there you see why. Well, 14.966 is the score to chase. There's Luke Carson.
Coach Luke Carson.
Nod of approval.
Reece McClenaghan, the world champion from 2022. And the world champion in 2023. He is Olympic bound. He is Ireland's finest. And he's starting to become the one and only Reece McClenaghan. There's one big job left for him, and he's ready for it. He's going to head to Paris. And he's going to take on the world. Two years in a row, an Irish gymnast is the champion of the world on pommel horse. But this young lad, Koi Young, Koi Young in this field has taken silver.
With Koi Young
Yes, I think that's how a lot of people felt
from Asia.
when they saw you in qualification and when they saw you in this final. But I think the days of being surprised by Koi Young are over.
Winning a medal at World Championships.
Ahmad Abu Al Soud has done it again. 2 World Championships in a row, he's on the podium. The Jordanian trailblazer.
Gymnasts, please march out.
The classified results in the men's pommel horse competition. Bronze to Jordan's Ahmad Abu Al Soud, the silver medal to Koi Young of the United States of America, and the gold medal in the